All right, we're here with Prime Speaker Vannifar. So, what you do is you play some early mana, as one does in green. You sacrifice things. Let's say you start. Well, let's just start at a 1-drop. So you sack a 1-drop. You would get Corridor Monitor, which untaps this. You sack this. You get Tower Scout, which untaps this. You sack this. You get where are you? This thing, this horsefish, this hippocamp. You sack it, untap, right? And then you get Body Double, getting one of the ones out of your graveyard to untap it again, which will put you into the 6 range. And then for 6, we have Primeval Titan and Kogla. Could run like Wormcoil and stuff, but I really do like Kogla as kind of, removal. And I like Primeval Titan, so I can play other big scary things. It's more of a value toolkit style thing than it is just outright combo winning, right? When you chain spam. Although I would anticipate some people might just give up when you do that anyways. But yeah, you don't have to go all the way to 6. You can play Tender Shoot Dryad, right, as your 5, and be like, all right, you beat this, right? You can stop at 4 and put Toski into play, and maybe your opponent can't do anything. You could run a clone, right? So you don't have to go all the way to 6, but there's probably a lot of times where you do. Are these the strongest 6 mana things? I don't really know, but I would at least put them probably top 10, top 7. Depends how our games pan out. If I want to change it, and I probably will wind up changing this a lot as we go. I have Neoform in here because it's kind of the same thing as this, right? It's all right. I have Shore Up, Dive Down, Protection spells for Vannifar. Some counter spells, sort of like the most efficient counter spells, just to disrupt and defend, as opposed to playing an actual control game or anything like that. And yeah, that's about it. We'll see how we do. If it's now, oh right, I should say this. I think Prime Speaker is tier 1, so I don't recommend the commander if you don't want to play against the same 5 commanders. You don't want to see Keenan, Atali, Emoti all day, then maybe this isn't for you. But I could be wrong. We're about to find out. But yeah, all right. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's find out. Let us find out. I did not play test it because I don't operate like that. Alright, Wandering Emperor does not give me tier 1 vibes. Actually, it doesn't give me tier 1 vibes at all. Yep, hard to pass this up. I commend my opponent. I haven't seen Wandering Emperor in like a bajillion years. What's cool about their commander is it actually disrupts me quite substantially because it has flash and it can exile this when I tap it. That is really funny. I guess with that being said, I'll prefer to just play this, get some stuff into my hand. I don't know. Not super interested in playing anything else really. This is fine. Just draw some cards. I can just Neoform this Foreign Clicks too. Nope, they're just taking it. Alright. I think that's Doomscar, though. So, let's go get, like, something I'm not upset with having die. Like this. Now, I don't have a manland. Oh, maybe we should run a manland, actually. If we plan to get a lot of Primeval Titans in any one given game, I guess that would make sense. Alright. Guess I could have swung with a Convert. I got scared of cards. Revitalize is not what I meant by being scared of things. That is not what I meant. Alright. Interesting. What's in our graveyard here? Vorinclex? Alright, so let's lead with land. Let's see if my opponent lets me attack. They do. I don't believe I need this. I will counter Wandering Emperor. And again, I'm not really interested in playing my commander. Let's get Fabled Passage. It lets me thin my deck of a land. Could be something there. Notably, this does not kill that too, so... Alright, pass. I'm going to put a stop here so I can crack this on my upkeep. I really think this is Doomscar. Oh no! Oh no. Oh, that's kind of odd, isn't it? Because the Conduit of Worlds just gets me back Primeval Titan. Although, to be fair, I'm not just inherently winning with Primeval Titan. Valves, by the way, what up? Just playing some Primeval Titan. We're Primeval Titan gamers. Actually, let's just do this. Why not? Seems more fun. I'm kind of done with mana, so let's just do this. I don't think I can activate. Can I? Oh, I can. Alright, nice. You? And you? Alright, yeah. The Jin-Gitaxias would counter what... Oh, it is Doomscar! Haha! Yeah, alright, so it would counter that, and then they're kind of screwed. Oh no, it's Rattlebrook. I've only beaten Rattlebrook once, and it was against an opponent who kind of didn't have much going on, so I kind of just won. Maybe it'll happen again. Or not. Who knows? I certainly don't know. Yes! Yes, I did it! I beat Rattlebrook! And I beat it in a pretty honest way, too, because I assume they were probably going to scoop, right? Like, this, I see this more and more. People see you have a 1-mana dork, and they're like, nope. Okay, so I fixed the lands. I added some more forest than islands. Took out some stuff and added Layer of the Hydra, so we have a consistent thing that feels a lot better with Primeval Titan if we expect to play this in a lot of games consistently with our commander. And a big X spell in the form of Finale. So I have something more to do with all of that mana that I've gotten, other than, like, you know, Ooze and Vorin collects and stuff. So let's tweak that a little. Maybe not. Maybe they're going to keep it 5? They're going to keep it. They're on the draw against a 1-drop too. Alright. Okay, they didn't scoop. They're in it to win it. I respect it. I wonder if they were mulliganing for this. Do we think they were mulliganing for the that? I'm going to leave up Dive Down as much as I'd love to cast this Bard here. Instrument. Also, my 4 untap is in hand already, Sag. Okay, that is in fact not killing my commander. That was not a great draw. Alright, let's tap this. Which one are we sacrificing? Probably the goose. Let's be real. We're sacking the goose here. Alright. I'm going to float green like a normal person. And then go to town here. Yep, so you... I can hardcast this, right? Oh, I want Uro. Oh, I want it. Fine, fine. Nowhere to go but up. Toski's alright. Copying their commander's alright. This is also pretty good here, given my hand. Alright, we like that. And then I will play you. This makes it so they can't attack with their commander. And who's upset with that one? Oh, I didn't know the land comes in untapped. Oh, wow. I guess I should have played, I should have picked Island. I did not know the land came in untapped. Interesting. Yeah, because then I would have had Dive Down. But, now we have Instrument instead. That's fine. We don't really care about Vannifar anymore. Oh no! Wait, what does that actually do here? Stops the Cavalier from swinging? Sure. Fair enough. Alright, so we're gonna play... Hey! What does that do right now? I guess it doesn't really do anything. If Kama dies, it does something. That's pretty nice. Love to see it. Notably, Teferi cannot bounce this right now. Midnight Clock. Okay, that makes a 1/1 blocker, Sag. So I can still kill Teferi. It's just not as cool now. I actually think I'm willing to make a trade. Ooh, that changes things a little bit. Yeah, we're going to pre-combat this, see what happens. Alright, blow up you. I'll let my opponent have white mana and or double black. I will put full control on. I think it stays when I go to the next phase. I just want them to drop the blue. Void Rend. Alright. Do this then. I will tap this, and I'm fine if they trade to keep Teferi around. Actually, they can't do that. Alright, let's go face then. Let's see what happens when I swing like this. Alright, that block makes me... it's kind of funny because they value Teferi more than their own commander. That is kind of funny. Alright, let's sacrifice Acidic Slime. Oh, I love the value. I love the value. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, yes. Oh, the value. Oh, my goodness. Alright, so you and Layer of the Hydra, which should still be in here. Yeah. Alright, so we have another threat that's very difficult to interact with. They can bounce Kama. That doesn't really do much. They should probably bounce this thing, actually, right? I would imagine. Crux of Fate. Farewell. It's looking like a farewell. They paused. Oh, no, maybe not. Farewell would be a little unfortunate because I can't keep Kama around. It gets exiled. But my hand isn't terrible. These do get exiled for body double, though, which is kind of sad. Alright, so they're probably just dead then. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They are dead if they don't find anything, but I still probably should respect, like, random cards here. Assuming my opponent doesn't just concede, and they do. I'm on the draw. 4 color. This is vulnerable. This is very vulnerable. But, excuse me, I'm on the play, not the draw. Still fairly vulnerable, though. Oh, no! Oh, no! Don't do it! No! Oh, wait, okay. There's only one target get wrecked. That was not Thoughtseize. Hey! Alright, I'm going to play that instead, because it won't die. And that's pretty useful right now. Opponent's struggling there. I don't know what they're thinking about, but it mustn't be good. Yeah, Vannifar does not look like a good play right now. Honestly, Vannifar doesn't look like a good play at all. I could, like, let it die and then just body double it. It feels stupid, though. Okay, they did have an answer, and they used it on something that I find a little odd. I wasn't presenting any kind of threat next turn. Taking a long time with their plays here. Alright, at this point we can just play Vannifar if it dies. I can just play it again next turn. I don't have anything going on anyways. So I won't really miss it, right? It's not really doing much. That was a really, really questionable... Like, if that was your play to kill this, I don't think you should have killed it. Assassin's Trophy was far and away the worst of the bunch. of removal spells they could have. It's kind of weird. Another removal spell. Okay. That doesn't... You're not beating the blue-green deck by killing their creatures. I'll tell you that right now. That is not what you're doing. Speaking of which, do I hide both of these? No, I can... Wait a minute. Let's do this. And then... Whoa. Oh, let's not screw ourselves up here. Alright, that's fine. This just makes it so Kama doesn't get hit by a discard spell, which is pretty useful in my opinion. Don't you throw me for a ruse. Okay, that technically mills, just not immediately at all. Given the context of the situation, I think playing Kama is better than literally anything else, so I'll do that. And we will swing for one, just so that no shenanigans happen with the proliferate that would cause me to immediately lose. Looks like a Casualties of War? Is that what this is? It is. Casualties of War. Alright. It's actually pretty weak right now. Yeah, it's actually incredibly weak. Now, hitting the Mana Rock was pretty useful, but that was kind of the same as simply just casting their commander, in my opinion. Uh-huh. Alright, can't stop myself from drawing the card. This goes to 5, and then just go here. It's fine. And then Body Double has no targets. My opponent technically knows I have Body Double if they paid attention to the brainstorm. They lose the information, but they should have realized I haven't shuffled, so they should know if they remember this is Body Double. Okay, that was horrible for me. No, wait, no, I guess it really wasn't, because I have Body Double still, right? Alright, so do I tap one to swing right now? That actually taps for mana, because I have Kama. Do I swing? Yeah. Because this is going to die anyways. And I can actually kill my opponent, so probably makes sense to do that. So I will. Could have held on to this, but I didn't. Tap. So they don't gain life. Alright, cool. Yep. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. The Body Double and Kama. They just had no answer to Kama. Again, I think this Swords was used very prematurely on a Mana Dork. And then Assassin's Trophy is just a really bad answer to kind of a fair range of things. It is like an uh-oh button, right? But it just feels bad when you have to use it. And that was probably the weakest Casualties of War I've ever seen. Nice. Fun guys. Alright. Well, they're certainly not playing Fungus, that's for sure. Alright, I'm on the... I'm on the draw, which is rough, but it's not terrible, I guess. Okay, I'll Snarl turn 1 here. Maybe Spell Pierce hit something. I want this Ornithopter to be sacrificed before I just cannot do that. Oh, man, that's such a good draw. Why didn't I draw it last time? No. Shambles. No. Does my opponent have Mana Tithe? What the hell? No. It's annoying. I don't want to deal with it. So I won't. Okay. Yeah, there's no real attack there. Let's play Cultivate. Just gonna rip this Band-Aid off now. As much as I'd love to leave out Counterspell, we're not near a Elish Norn turn, and I also want to get to Prime Speaker at some point. My opponent just has nothing to do. That also is pretty nice. Opponent also just has nothing to do. Alright. I guess neither do I. As much as I don't want to give my opponent more time, I'm going to. Okay. I will never fight over that. That is kind of completely fine to me. That is also completely fine. One, two, three, four, five, six. So a land lets him Elish Norn, which means I can't really let that ever be a thing. I just can't let Elish Norn resolve, because then I can't sack anything, and I kind of lose. Alright, my opponent just didn't cast Elish Norn. That's unusual. I will not fight over this Prime Speaker, if it comes to it. Ossification. Sure. Guess we'll stop that, because it's notably not a Elish Norn. Angel of Invention. Oh, that's cool. I like it. It's pretty neat. Okay, so let's... What does this do? This is just a clone, right? Yep. Let's, here... Alright, so we got this going for us, but it's not feeling too exciting given the situation. Because a lot of stuff I have kind of dies to Elish Norn, and I can't stop Elish Norn more than once, right? Like, they can just cast it again at some point. Maybe Uro is the pick? What's the chain look like if I don't... I don't know. Let's do this. Vorinclex is also pretty good. Pretty good. It could give me some serious value that I might need. Yeah, we're going to keep going here. Also thins my deck of a random series of not really good cards in the form of these. Yeah, we're going to get Vorinclex here. And I'm just going to get some lands. This costs how much to flip? 8. Which means I can't leave up Counterspell, which means I basically lose. So I need to leave up Counterspell. I kind of want to clone this. I might do that. It could be a 4-3 as well. Alright, I've sold myself. And I just won't make the tokens, I'll just make this a 4-3. And play land. Alright, this is fine. That way they can't swing at me, and I'm also... I mean, they couldn't anyways, I have a 7-7 reach, but, like, if they could for some reason. There's the Elish Norn. Oh, okay, cool. I mean, it wasn't looking good for him, but, like, I didn't actually have another answer, and if they got to cast it again, it could have been a problem. Now, Vorinclex has a decent chance of hitting things that are so big it doesn't matter, but they would have a massive board, right? These would all be 4/4s and stuff, and that could be a problem for me trying to kill them, because I can't exactly swing. It might not feel like that on my opponent's side, because I countered it, and if they didn't have a land, they'd be like 2 turns out of ever actually casting it, but assuming they would eventually do as such, might have lost that. Alright, this has hexproof. I don't feel bad about it. This also has haste, which means I want to play it kind of last. Oh, that's kind of poop. It's kind of lame to draw. It's fine. Alright, what do you do against this Mr. Green-White deck? Of course, they have it. I didn't really respect an answer because it's like green-white tokens, but silly me. I cannot play that, so let's do this instead. You. What am I? Play the land, please. Thank you. Okay, so Primeval Titan into who knows what. River's Rebuke is fine if I find it eventually, but definitely Primeval Titan next turn. Makes my commander a lot stronger later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will block their commander. I think that's quite nice for me. Takes a while to come back. Takes a while to tap for an actual thing to do. Brainstorm is actually really huge. I have things that I want to get rid of. That was really nice. Wow. Actually, let's get rid of the Mystic because I have not played a land. So that's fine. Oh, they have Reprieve? Oh, okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Shambles avoid it. Whew. Alright, so Castle and Lair. I can swing and then, like, copy it and do some stupid stuff that way. Alright, this puts counters on your stuff, right? Alright, yeah, so I do have to answer that kind of immediately. And I kind of want to just copy Primeval Titan, so I will. Sanctum and Passage. Then I swing, because it's kind of free. I'll take a trade, absolutely, here for lands, and killing their tokens and stuff. Any other fancy lands? I guess you're difficult to... Yeah, I'll just put the things that, like, come in tapped or whatever. It's fine. Let's stop here. Alright, I got all the mana in the world. And I can actually bounce this token. I don't want to bounce this Tribunal, though. That's the problem. That is the problem. Does my opponent block? They can pretty easily block this, so they probably do. I don't have much recourse. I could have bounced everything, but then this Conclave comes back, and I don't really see that as being ideal for me, so I won't. Let us lead with this, see what we can find. Time Warp is not exciting. Finale for next turn is actually pretty nice, because I can do it for a lot. Okay. Then I play you. No, we can play this and slime away this. And then play this. Alright, so I'm just setting up for basically Craterhoof Behemoth next turn. Which is fine. Craterhoof will absolutely annihilate them, because I have so much mana. That is nowhere near enough toughness. They need, like, Mana Tithe or something. Alright, so it looks like they're not going to get there. Yep, that's nowhere near enough. How much mana do I have? Activate this. Just making sure I can add another creature in play for Craterhoof, but it really does not matter. Like that. And kill him. Nice. Oh, they're still trying. Maybe they don't realize it's trample? I don't think they realize it's trample. Okay, no, they're just getting their clicks in. That's fair enough. Nice. Look at that. Finale for 10 in Craterhoof. I probably didn't have to do all that manually tapping to activate this as a creature. Like, it obviously was still extremely lethal. But always pay attention. Maybe there's something that could have happened and I want it slightly more power and toughness or something. I don't know. Would love to see a land, but I don't necessarily need one. Well, I kind of do, though. Of course not. Why would I get that? Well, I'm going to lose if my only thing to do is getting Cultivate with this solve the equation. I will not win that game. Okay. Got a little bailed out there. It's nice. I missed a land drop, but I kind of undid it with the Guardian Idol. I feel like this is... Wow, this is turn 3 EI, isn't it? Oh, look at that. They did not exile a land? Unlucky. Wow, very unlucky. Would they get rid of negate? Alright, well that wasn't really going to do anything. Blue-red is pretty struggle bussingness to deal with Vannifar, so... So we sack the Stomper for a 4? Or do I chain up the Grazer? Probably chain up the Grazer, because the Stomper has some relevance to it. It also puts more cards in the graveyard for Uro if I choose that route. I have 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could kind of just get Uro. It's actually not that bad here. Alright, looks like we're not, though. Oh. Oh, wait, yeah, that still works. Gotcha. Still works. Yep. You got it. Sent me to the Stone Ages, but... Opponent's really struggling for their line here. Alright, after all that thinking, they just did nothing. They cycled a land, and then got a land, and then played a land. So be it. Alright, let's see what happens when I start the thing with the stuff. Okay. Something's giving me, like, Shatter vibes, like, if they blow this up right now. Okay, they don't. Because they moused over my instrument. Maybe think they might have a raid or something. I really want Uro. Uro might just not be worth it, though. I think we just keep going again. Every time I see Uro, I want it, but maybe it is wrong to ever get it in a spot like this. Because this is kind of a win out of nowhere kind of deck. Could be wrong to assume I had that kind of time. Now we're choosing to do something? What? But I still have the Stomper. What are you doing? Okay. This only has 2. It wasn't going to do anything for 10 years. That is fine. Okay, I feel like I should not... Okay, I don't know. I was right about the shatter effect, though. They did not kill my initial target either, which is odd. Actually, everything that they've done has been very odd. Everything has been odd so far. I would like to go get Counterspell. Probably. It's probably the most useful spell. I mean, it isn't the most useful spell, quote-unquote, but, like, in this instance, it probably is right to take this. Oh, no, I thought I already played land. No, I didn't play land. Oh, no. Shambles. I messed up. I already played a land. Should have paid more attention. Okay, well, whatever I was going to get wasn't going to stop my opponent this exact turn cycle anyways, because, I mean, what am I going to get? Cultivate? Right? Like, whatever I would get wasn't going to actually do much. I'm probably not dead right now, but I would be in a lot better spot if I had left up Counterspell. Probably. Oh, of course. Of course. Actually, wait a minute. Not of course. They probably should have killed Vorinclex. Hold on. Did my opponent do a whoopsie-daisy there? Okay, what world do I not do this? Primeval Titan and Dryad? Yeah. I can't copy Primeval Titan with a clone because it doesn't see the card enter at the same time as itself. And swing. Alright, still a really sketchy spot. Could very easily die out of nowhere. Oh boy. Okay, I didn't die. That's nice. I did not die. Of course, they killed my board, so I don't get any value. Such is tradition. Get to play this, shock myself, and leave up Counterspell, finally. And have it probably get countered by a Counterspell. I have no respect for that card. Knock yourself out. Shuffling a bunch of Mox in their deck. Love to see it. Don't have any respect for that either. You haven't shown me anything that I care about with the Brawl. So that's fine. Does this favor me? Hold on, does this just favor me? Wait a minute. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't favor me. I don't think there's any instant speed double striking of cards, so... Teamer Battle Rage? Okay, let's see what happens when I do this again. Wow, that was a horrible, horrible whiff, but okay, sometimes it'll happen. I will tap spam you. Well, actually, let's tap this first for mana. Then I'll do this here. I can kill Brawl with this Vannifar. That doesn't really do anything, though. What is the best of these? This one? Yeah, I guess. And then I will kill Brawl with my Vannifar. And then give my opponent yet another turn of nonsense. But they only have one card, and they did dilute their deck with some poop. So maybe we're not in a terrible spot here. Okay, that's fine. Well, kind of. That still draws a bunch because of the discard clause in their commander, but not much I can do about it. Scry's on top, of course. Might be Uro here. Yep, I only have a choice. Okay, that was actually really good. That was actually really good. Oh, come on. Come on. Ugh. Come on. What are you doing? Why does it want to tap like that? Can you just do that, please? And then I play you, because I can leave up, I guess, maybe another blocker or something. Okay, well, at least they can't swing, but they get to see stuff here. They did scry on top this turn cycle, too, right? Not what I expected. They can't really swing, though. So, they scry on top again? How annoying. Well, they can't use the Celestius, though, to find it, because it would discard it before they would draw with the commander, so... Alright, so Uro can kill their commander anyways now, so they probably had to swing. I didn't realize that. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to swing. That was also pretty good. Yep, they just take it. And then I kill the Oracle, and then I kill their commander. Oh, Uro, how I love ye. How I love ye, Uro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still have body double in my deck, so it's kind of relevant. Alright, I'm going to play this out. Not much to do with it, but... Alright, nice. Yes, Uro for the win! Yes! Okay, so I really like this commander, and I'm pretty sure I have played it in the past, maybe once or twice. Well, it would most likely only have been once. There have been new cards that have come out since then, but the strategy, you know, kind of remains the same. The weakest point of this deck, by a landslide, is simply letting this survive, right? You have to untap with it. It doesn't have hexproof. It doesn't have haste on its own. You can give it haste with some cards like Swiftfoot Boots, Drawbridge. There's a couple others, I think. So it is possible. Or again, you could just wait a turn where you have mana floating, so you could dive down or wash away, or spell pierce or shore up to keep it alive. But I don't know. Like, it's already 4 mana. So waiting till you have 5 is kind of really rough, because it's not like it's tapping immediately most of the time, right? So it's just hard. But other than that exact problem, it has a pretty solid thing going for it. Like, the chain is pretty decent. It kind of stops at 5. I kind of really wish it didn't. Like, body double doesn't count. It really sucks, but if you could somehow, maybe there is a way and I'm just stupid, to get this to go to up to 6 or higher, it's pretty decent. But even still, it's solid. I still like it. There's always things that feel great to hit, like, oh, it's counterspell city, let me get Toski. You know, oh, they have something that I can steal, and maybe you just straight up win when I do that, so I have Mind Flare, right? Body double to recur something that may have died. Uro if I want the value, and you know, if you draw, say, your Hippocamp, or you draw something that untaps this, so you stop the chain, you're usually not upset with wherever you're stuck, where you get yourself trapped at, so I like it for that. There's also a lot of games where it feels like you can just sort of hang out for a while and then still win, like, which is pretty uncommon. Like, it's turn 15 and your opponent looks ahead, but you have, like, looming threats that could just out of nowhere completely change the dynamic of the game, right? You can still just draw and tutor for, or, you know, naturally draw, a big thing, right? Like Comma or Titan, and then I could just turn that Titan into a Crater Hoof at some point and win that way too, right? So it's not like Prime Speaker is your only avenue. If it was, I would like this a lot less. And I was also wrong. This is not tier 1. I can kind of see why now it's not tier 1. I probably thought it was because I was just playing something that wasn't really good at all at the time when I played against this. And I'm like, wow, I'm surprised it pitted me against this. I can't answer this Prime Speaker loop. But in reality, it isn't actually, like, guarantee you win the game if you untap with it. So it's pretty fair. I really liked it, though. It lets you play a bunch of neat cards, which is cool. If ever there was a deck that likes Conduit, this is probably it. It sacrifices creatures on its own, right? This card is still insanely slow, like insanely slow, but it's Value City, right? So you have access to pretty much everything at kind of any given time, which is cool. It's just that no one card is obscenely powerful, except, I guess, maybe Uro. So, yeah, I recommend it. I do. I like this a lot. I love Kama. I love everything it's doing. You can definitely change the 5s and 6s, and you can definitely switch around some of the 1s and 2s and maybe muddle around here in the middle. But yeah, I like it. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this iteration of Vannifar, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.